Now, look, it really does feel as though youth crime in this state is getting out of hand. And I touched on this off the top of the show. This 13-year-old already on bail who's allegedly stabbed a 52-year-old motel owner. It's beggars belief, and you just shake your head. You think to yourself, these poor people living in regional and rural parts of New South Wales, I said off the top of the show, they go to bed with one eye open, not knowing if their house is going to be broken into or their car's going to be stolen. I've spoken a fair bit about this with Dougal Saunders, the Nationals leader in New South Wales. He's on the line right now. Dougal, good morning to you.
G'day, mate. Good to talk to you.
Oh, mate, I wish I was talking to you under better circumstances. But, mate, 13-year-olds now allegedly stabbing people while on bail, and they get given bail again in the children's court. What's going on, mate?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things you and I have talked about before is around our bail bill, which is being debated in Parliament at the moment, is the fact that if there is a breach of bail, if another charge is laid while on bail, or if there's any interference with if we were able to get electronic monitoring, then bail is not available. So to have young people that are bailed, and so often, Mark, as we've said, they're bailed back to the same circumstance. They're back with a family where they're not capable of actually getting the support that they need. And this type of thing keeps on happening. A 13-year-old kid who has allegedly stabbed somebody. I mean, we're just seeing it repeat and repeat and repeat because nothing is changing. And if you keep doing the same thing and expect a different result, as we know, that's the definition of madness.
100%. I'm getting so many messages from New South Wales police officers, Dougal, and I'm sure you're the same. And you know what they say to me? They say, Mark, we joined the force to enforce the law, to protect the community. How do you think we feel when we go into the courts with these ratbags who we put in handcuffs and put before the courts, knowing full well that they're going to go out there and commit more crimes? We stand there and tell a magistrate or a judge, you can't do this. Next minute, they're back before the courts. Are you having the same conversations with the police across the state?
Yeah, look, absolutely. And it's hard because, we have a great relationship with our local police and also some of the higher-up police, but they are all constantly frustrated and looking for ways to change things. They seriously are. And it needs to be a combined effort with the justice system, and it needs to be something that involves community organisations as well. But if it's just the police constantly chasing their tail, it keeps happening the same way. It's a revolving door. The whole Dolly Incapax thing, as we've talked about, where young people are given the presumption of innocence if they're a certain age, they use it constantly to rort the system. And that's not to say every young kid should be locked up, but there are different pathways that must be looked at, and there are different ways that police must absolutely be able to, to be doing what they do. And just, interesting to note that Labor is completely opposing our bail bill and aren't going to support it, despite the fact that we have come up with some suggestions for a better way forward. Now, as a government, you do have a responsibility to look for better ways forward, not just what your own sort of program looks like.
Well, we shouldn't be playing politics with this, Dougal. I mean, I think what you've presented to the Parliament makes a lot of sense. And the Nationals, at the end of the day, represent those in regional and rural areas. You know what you're talking about. So I would implore the lamentable Michael Daly and the Premier Chris Minns to come to the party and stop playing politics and get this done. Start listening to the concerns of those people when it comes to youth crime in regional and rural New South Wales.